fuck is my airplane? Okay. Airplane.
No, this is
Don't
really
worry, Wendy. I'll drink for the both of us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I've got enough alcohol left over in my system that I'll be drunk for the next 4 days.
Like, actually, that gig. When was that gig? Ready?
No, yeah,
Oh,
I'm ready to go when you are.
okay, yeah.
I'll start recording and I'll start playing.
Okay.
Yeah, big Talk and Brewski. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Big Talk and Brewski. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Kicking back, having a few beers, we're chatting. Pull up your chair, we're all relaxing. Any subject, we never dismiss. Big Talk and Brewskis with Marissa Smith. Comedy, sex, relationships, more. Any subject, we got it in store. Big Talk and Brewskis is coming in live. Crack one open, Marissa has arrived. Big Talk and Brewskis with Marissa Smith. Yeah.
Hey guys, happy Friday. This is Big Talk and Brewskis. I'm Marissa Smith. I've got guest co-host Wendy Starling with me.
In the house.
Ooh.
She's in his house. And I've got Amanda Holiday with me.
Hey, what's up?
Good. So, Wendy, how have you been?
Great. This is the first time I've done the show, and I am drinking a seltzer water and detox tea because you asked me to guest host, and I am mid-detox.
Perfect.
Yes. Well, I'll drink for the both of us. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it
It's fine.
is. Yeah, like I was saying before, I'm still drunk now from like 3 days ago. If you're a functioning alcoholic and you're constantly pouring low doses of alcohol into your body on a regular basis, you stay drunk for the next few. You could stop drinking and you have like a good buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Amanda, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking for a new place. I finally got a new place, but
Oh, cool. Where'd you move to?
I moved to like East Williamsburg area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you living before?
I was living in Bushwick before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you like the new?
I'm still like in the process of moving, but
Okay.
it's good, I guess.
Yeah.
Why did you
It's
have to
just-
move?
So my roommates that I have now, they're cool. I've been there for like a year, but I have a dog, and like one of the girls is not like super into dogs. So
Okay.
she was just like, he like jumped on her one time, and that was like the thing.
How big is the dog?
He's like 30 pounds. He's not that big.
Okay.
But he like jumped on her, and like I guess his nails were long, so he like scratched her. She was like, "Your dog scratched me." Like, so now they don't want me to live there anymore. Like, all right.
And you were like, no
Yeah.
correction. You got in the way of my dog's
Yeah.
fingernails. You have to move.
Yeah. Whatever.
What kind of dog is it?
He's like, I don't know. He's like a Schnauzer Beagle mix. He's got
Okay.
a beard, so he looks old, but he's not that old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Schnauzers are cute.
Yeah.
He looks old. I love
He
that.
does.
He
He's
looks
like,
like a
he's
wa-
gray, and like everyone says he looks like an old man, like a wizard.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Well, that's you're like, that wasn't my dog. That was the guy you brought home from the bar.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's be clear.
Right.
That was Larry.
Right. That was the dog. That's the old guy I'm fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Get it straight. I have a fetish for men who are old and overgrown fingernails.
Yeah.
Either the beards or their nails have to be able to be like world record.
Right.
Yeah.
length. Yeah.
They've got a curl at the end.
yeah.
Right.
They can't wipe their own ass. Like,
Yeah. That's Amanda's fetish. Good.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
You know, everybody's got
I'm
a
just
thing.
uncovering over everything for
Yeah.
me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got a thing. So now, where are you originally from?
California.
Oh, cool.
Fuck, me too. Where?
I was living in LA.
Yeah, where in LA?
Yeah. Los Feliz.
Ooh, before I moved to
Yeah.
New York, I lived in MacArthur Park for like the last year and a half.
Oh yeah, I was there. That's a rough area.
Oh,
Is it
it's-
better now? I don't know.
I moved to New York like 3 years ago.
Okay.
So when I was there, it was not better, but it was better if you wanted to have your own apartment and afford it.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, I had a sick apartment. It was like had a balcony. It
Oh,
was
nice.
It was a big studio, hardwood floors, balcony, gated assigned parking. Only downside is on Coronado, but on
Oh,
Third.
okay. Yeah. All right. Near
so-
downtown, kind of.
Yeah, it was $820 a month, everything included. It
Studio?
was, yes, in like
Yeah.
a big studio.
Yeah.
The downside was you would, if you wanted to be out on the balcony, there would be gunfire in the day. So you just have to duck.
Oh,
so it was like my quads were never better. When I was like, isn't this a beautiful quick get down? It's MS-13 territory. Is what
Oh,
it is.
it's I lived on like Olympic and Alvarado for like the longest time. It was
Yes.
$600 a month for like a studio. That was
Yeah.
my first apartment I got, and I was like, yeah,
It's dope.
crackheads everywhere. I loved it.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can get an apartment for $600 a month by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of these things.
Yeah, I was 19, and they were like, "Okay, you're fine." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, you
Yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah, your life is in danger.
Yeah.
In danger either way. Either in you're like a metropolitan city, but you're surrounded by violence,
Right.
Or it's $600 a month, but you in the middle of nowhere, and so you're going to die of starvation because there's no commerce.
Right.
There's like one mercantile store, and it's an old guy named Larry.
Wait, Larry back again?
Yeah, I found you, and his goddamn dog jumped all over the food, so none of it's clean.
Just clawed it all. Larry's the worst. Yeah, no, like I can't imagine like being able to get an apartment for like $600 a month. Like I went to college in New Hampshire, and like I always lived on campus or part of like I never like lived off campus, got my own apartment, but I did have friends that lived in like there was like a pond in front of our school, and they had like this sick crazy house. It was maybe like a 5-bedroom, like walk-in fireplace. It had a dock, like so like they had a boat and like all this shit, and they paid for like a 6-bedroom. I think it was like $900 a month, and like
Holy shit! Where was
Wow.
it was in New Hampshire, like Ringe, New Hampshire.
this? Oh wow!
And so like, but like I never, cause like I didn't like work at like when I was going to school, so it's just like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to afford to like live off campus. But like they were all just doing it, and we'd go over there, and I'm just like, oh, this is crazy. But it was like so insanely cheap.
But was it like a flop house type of thing? Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like at that point where it's a bunch of people with no jobs, so it's like, look, we can all afford $25.
Yeah.
Well, it was like college living. So like I think they were like the captains of the hockey team, and then it was like some baseball players. So like it ended up being a flop house just because
Yeah.
like everybody would go there to like party. I remember it was alcohol awareness weekend, and they decided that it would be fun to like drive across the lake because it was frozen. And so like we all bet to see like how far they could drive across the lake
Before the car went.
under. Yeah. So like there was like a pool to see like how far they made it across the lake. They made it. They had trouble
What?
when they
What
got
kind of
to the
car was
beach.
it?
It was a Mustang, and it had 5 hockey players in it.
What?
Yeah.
So wait, so alcohol
Yeah,
awareness
yeah,
week.
I'm wanting to
So
get
now
back
was
to
this
that.
was this about the like that was you were being aware of like the dangers of alcohol, or was it like drink as much alcohol as you can and then try to be aware of literally anything?
Yeah.
So like
Laws of nature, physics.
Yeah.
So like the
Go over-
school's
Right.
intention is to have alcohol awareness week so that you would be aware of the dangers of alcohol, but us being asshole college kids, alcohol awareness week was literally like the most drunken week of the entire school. So like everybody would like go to class with like mimosas, and like they would just like drink the whole time, and then I would be part of the team that pledged to be DDs because like you knew
You have
that-
huge tits.
well, yeah, well, the DD, and I have a DD, but anyway, so, but
You have a huge tits and you love gameplay, Dungeons and
God.
Dragons.
Yeah,
I know. I'm gonna
exactly.
sit here and think of
Yeah.
terrible D&D puns.
Yeah.
The next 2 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Strap
what
in,
we're
people.
doing.
It's fine.
And so like I
I'll
had
just
this,
drink.
I signed the pledge to be like DD during Alcohol Awareness Week, and so like, but at midnight at the end of Alcohol Awareness Week, then I could start drinking because I couldn't drink for like the whole week. And then like basically everybody just bought you booze that night because you had been driving them for a whole week. So like you might be DD, but then like at the end that you were DD, like people just literally just hand you bottles of booze. So like you're drinking for like a month for just being DD for like a week because everyone's just like, oh my God, you took care of me, like you took me here, you took me there, blah blah blah, and they like their appreciation when they just hand you like handle bottles. So like I'd just be like, all right, I'll be DD, and it's just like like, call me, let me know when you want to ride. And like, I couldn't drink for a week, but then like that night I just got like wasted, and that was the night that they drove across the lake. And so like everyone's just like, oh my god, like before midnight, can you take me to the pizza shop, because we need 3 large pies, because they're gonna drive a Mustang across the lake. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so like they're just like, just wait, I'll get you your own pie, just take me to the shop. And I'm just like, all right. So like I drove them, and then we went to the other side of the lake, and then it's just pitched. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere in New Hampshire, and like only thing you see in this darkness are these 2 headlights like coming across the lake, and you hear the ice cracking, and we're just like, oh my god, they're not gonna make it, and they finally made it until they got to the beach, and then they got stuck on the snow and the sand because the tires had no traction.
Right, because it's not a road. For people listening who think this sounds like a great idea, they got stuck because they're driving on not a road.
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, they totally they made it, and then like that was like my last gig as DD, was like bringing people pizza. I literally left my car on the side of the lake, and then I was just like, all right, I'm just walking back to the dorms because like I'm drinking now. I'm done with being DD. And then I
You just leave your car in the snow and ice. Yeah. And that was the last time I ever saw in a straight line again, because I blacked out ever since.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. Then
that's kind of a sweet gig, though. So you just don't drink for a week.
Yeah.
And then you get free booze and like snacks.
Yeah. That's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing I do a podcast called Jammers, and I'm going to plug my own shit. And we're doing the Whole 30 challenge.
Okay.
Which is 30 days of like eating like you're eating just no processed sugars, no carbs, and it's no alcohol, which sucks my dick.
Yeah. Is this tempting right now?
A little bit, but not really. It's like a weird thing.
You're
and
more
same
like
thing,
a boozy lady, right?
Yeah, like beer is okay. Beer doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I'm more of like a beer, you know.
Yeah.
I want, now, if you all were drinking tequila,
then
I would
That's my
be
jam.
shaking.
Okay.
I'm more of a like liquor person.
Yeah.
Beer doesn't really, to me, I'm like, I'd rather drink booze. I love wine. I'm a wine.
Yeah.
Wine's great.
I'm a wino
Red
to the
wine?
max.
Yeah.
I like a white.
White, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I do a pre-show wine every show.
Pre-show wine.
Yeah. So like normally like Rodney and I will go somewhere and we'll get a glass of wine before we come here. Like I had to do my pre-show wine alone. But it was like that's just like a little ritual that I have for myself, is that because I'm literally coming here from work, and it's like I've just got spreadsheets in my head, and I'm just like, all right, like I need a glass of wine to like get myself into like comic mode, and then like
and
I
just
can
chill
like,
out.
yeah, because otherwise I'm just like, oh my god, we're under 17%. Like you know, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, that's not a funny opener. You're like, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Great, good to see you. We're under 70%. I've got a spreadsheet. I'm going to go over this, and then I have a really funny joke about my pussy. But first, you guys, we need a group talk here.
Yeah.
But first, we're going to do some morale building. They're like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing my open mic for my meeting on Monday with you guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, have wine first.
By the way, the margin tanked. Yeah. But now, Amanda, are you like dating, or it's like, how is dating in New York compared to LA?
It's a lot different.
Yeah, when did you move here?
2 years ago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I was in a relationship for like 3 years.
Okay.
And I moved here with my ex-boyfriend. We broke up like a year ago. So I've been single for like a year.
Okay.
And it's so weird to like try to transition into like New York
dating.
It's fucking, I don't know. Everyone is so...
What do you find is the difference? Because I obviously, like, I'm from LA, so...
Well, like, I feel like in LA, people are more mature. I don't know. They're just more like... And it's not a big social town, you know? It's more like everyone, like, drives and they do their own thing. Right. So everyone's more, like, easier to commit to people, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Here, it's just, like, everyone just wants to just fucking, like, not be committed and just do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, because you're the way New York and I feel the same. Like, you're literally bumping into people, constantly. So it's like a real life it's like real life Tinder. It's like because you get on the train, you walk down the street, you just the amount of people that you see,
Right.
Yeah.
which is why like with social media and the dating apps, people are noticing like infidelity more often, and people are more open to talking about poly relationships. Seems
Right,
like,
yeah.
just because you have the
Yeah.
access to it,
Yeah.
and like our
Right.
grandparents, it was like whoever you met in school, that's who you were married to,
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then whoever in your but yeah, no, New York is
It's
like
weird.
It's crazy.
It's
So
yeah.
so you fucking a lot?
no, not really, not at all.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not. I don't know.
I'm not
just
either.
not into it.
Say-
I'm not into like the random sex.
Okay.
I have to like somebody.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
that like? Having sex
I
with
don't
someone you like,
know.
what is that like? Tell me about it.
I don't know. I don't do it that often, so it's like, and that's what I feel like a lot of people in New York just want to just hook up and that's it.
Yeah,
You
who
know?
have you dated? What have you been experienced? Have you done the dating apps, or are you just meeting
I
people out in
haven't.
the world?
I've been like I have a Tinder, but like I'm just on it, and then people message me, and I'm like no, and then I don't respond.
So like I'm on
Is that bad?
Tinder, I'm on Bumble, and I'm on OkCupid, and I probably go on, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 dates a month. Like I could go out more, but like
Yeah,
it's I just don't have the time or
it's too much energy. It's draining.
yeah.
Like respond to people, and like that's what it is. When people are like. Even like just one message, I'm just like, I'm drained. I don't want to do this anymore. It's draining.
Especially if it's a boring message.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Like I will say that I'm definitely on like a dry spell just because like I'm forcing myself to be.
Right.
Because I feel like if I let myself like go into like the like I'm just gonna like hook up like kind of like mindset that I'm just gonna stay there, and I really want to try to find a relationship. So I'm trying to like not hook up, but at the same time mama's hungry, and then I just end up like making out with like an elevator repair guy at karaoke, and like
There is nothing wrong with that. You know, Harrison Ford was repairing an elevator when he was cast as Han Solo. So keep your eyes open for the maintenance people.
you know, and so then that's been, so I feel like I've been like just like making out with randos, but I'm not like having sex
Yeah.
with randos because I just need
I do
some
that.
sort of like
Yeah.
human like attention, you know.
Yeah.
But like I'm not like I won't like go home with anybody, and then I'm just kind of like why are all these guys duds on these apps? I don't know.
Well, so now you guys are you both trying to actively like find a relationship?
No. not
I
really.
am. I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
find a relationship.
Yeah. Well, I know for sure you are.
Yeah.
And I just was wondering, because you said it feels like it seems to you like in New York, no one's trying to commit. So are you looking for someone to be like, I want to date just you and see where this goes?
No, I don't even know. I'm just
Oh.
like, I think it's just because I've been like single for only like a year now, and I was in a very like long-term thing that I'm just like, I don't want to commit to anybody.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like everyone else is the same, and it's just weird to me because I'm not used to that. Also, it's kind of like a millennial thing too, like that I kind of wanted to get into. Like a lot of people like my age are very much like not interested in like
How old are
Or
you?
even
I'm
sex.
25. Or sex, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
Because
like,
millennials are
they're-
fucking less than any other generation, like in history.
Right, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff's come out. Like, it's that age group, the millennials, are having less sex, and also suicide rates are through the roof.
Right.
And not to be like whatever, sound like some old lady that like everyone else harps on this, but it really is social media. Like, I try to not be on my phone as much as possible because what's happened is, and I noticed this with myself. And I really, it's difficult. I think the benefit Marissa and I have is we didn't grow up.
Right.
With all this stuff.
No, yeah,
So
exactly.
we see it from an outside point of view. I can remember even when MySpace came out, and I'm not making like a hacky joke. It was a weird thing because essentially I remember being like, wait, so we're just building shrines to ourselves.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing. And
Yeah.
even as a teenager, I remember thinking, this is creepy because it's not me as a person. I'm like, this is how I want people to see me, and like what other things about me are cool. And so you essentially, and then with Instagram, and they have the TV thing now, there's a group of people, and it's your age group, where they've grown up where you're essentially your own like manager and PR person.
Right.
And so you have a
Right.
bunch of, and we're comedians, and we're all, this is coming from someone who talks into a microphone for
Yeah.
a living.
Right.
Where everyone's just like an egomaniac.
It's
and
true.
so there's
Yeah.
no need.
Yeah.
People are literally and figuratively jerking themselves
It's
off
true, yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, they don't need outside.
They don't-
It's very weird, and
It's weird.
because they don't have that, they're missing out on that human contact
Yeah.
and interaction, and people don't know how to interact because more so than ever, you meet someone and instead of just like engaging and talking to them, like, oh, how are you? Like, what's up? And being people in bars, people just out.
Yeah.
Everyone's got kind of their script of like, this is me. And I'm like, just, it's like, what? You're not
being a person.
This is
Yeah.
not an Instagram post. You
They
just
don't-
talk to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people my age don't know how to talk to other people too.
It's very
They
weird.
don't. They're
Yeah.
just, yeah.
It's strange because, to be honest with you, I actually liked MySpace better than I liked Facebook, just because like you could actually tailor your page to represent your personality, whereas like with Facebook, it's like every page just basically looks the same except for your pictures. It's not custom. Like, I remember I used to spend a lot of time and effort putting my MySpace page together, and like this is the first time I ever heard it's HTML code and shit like that, and it was just like I was like designing a page and like this is me. Like, if I'm gonna put myself out there, I'm gonna put like my version of myself in all of its glory, not just photos. And now it's just kind of like everybody's got this white background, those blueprint, and and then your only sense of individuality is your status update and your photos. Right. And I think that because nobody talks to each other anymore, like if I'm out in a bar and somebody starts talking to me, I do think they're weird. It's like I'm kind of like, oh, this is a fucking serial killer. Like, nobody talks to anyone anymore. Mm-hmm. Like,
hey, psycho, get on your phone like the rest of us.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to me, I'll give you my Instagram handle and we can direct message through there.
Right. It's like, why are you actually talking to me? Like, it's weird. And then even if like I see someone that I might want to talk to and I'm just like, oh, hey, hi, how are you? And then they're looking at me like I'm the serial killer. It's just like, oh, she's talking to me. It's just like, you just can't do that shit anymore. Like, I remember like just for like shits and giggles, like if I was out with my friends and she was just like, oh my God, that guy is so cute, I'd like behind her back go to the bartender and send him a drink and just tell the bartender, oh, tell that guy it's from her. Just like it's a joke. And like I feel like if I did that to someone now, that like they would never speak to me again. It's just like, oh my God, I can't believe that you would do that to me. Like, but back then they would be like, oh my God, you're such a bitch. Thank you so much. Like, you know, but like now it's just like, oh my God, that's humiliating. I'm just going to like go home and cut myself. Like, I just feel like people, like if they have to interact with someone, it's just such a catastrophe.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like some of these dating apps are good, like when you look at the data, because I'm going back into spreadsheet mode, but like if you look at the data, they're saying that people are beginning to date outside of their, I guess their race, their ethnicity, their religion, their socioeconomic backgrounds, their location, because you're able to meet people on these apps from anywhere, so that we're actually getting more diversified marriages than we used to have before. Because like kind of to your point, like when our grandparents and our parents got married, you're marrying someone that lived probably within 100 blocks of where you live.
Right.
And now,
which is still inconvenient,
right?
Depending on what part of the world you're in, that could be a long fucking way to go to get some dick.
Yeah, exactly. But like my parents,
or pussy,
or whatever flavors your flavor, we're not judging. But like my parents, they went to high school together, and then my grandparents, they like lived, I think maybe like 5 blocks away from each other. So like, they were like, everything was like very close in proximity. Now it's like you could start dating somebody or talk to someone on an app that lived in Boston and you live in New York, and maybe they do a lot of business trips in New York, and you swipe on them when they're in New York, you go on a date, they go back to Boston, and then like you guys can figure it out, and then maybe one of you will move to Boston or one of you will move to New York. But like that wouldn't have happened before, because,
or you won't, and you'll just be in a fight and you'll be heartbroken.
Yeah, you just fall in love with this guy and you realize that he's got a family of 6 in Boston, and
yeah, because why you hooking up with bitches on a business trip in Boston, gentlemen?
Like,
that's for seeking arrangements,
right?
That's a very specific site, but that's So
now tell us a little bit about seeking arrangements.
Yeah.
Well, I talk about I look
Seeking
at you.
arrangements?
I'm like, Amanda. Well, no, that's the only dating app that I used Tinder when I first moved here. But Seeking Arrangements is
I don't know what that is.
it's a sugar daddy website.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I used that. I was on it, and that's where I met like the 3 boyfriends that I had, the 3 guys that I saw for like the last like 18, 19 months. And there's one guy that I still see that I met on the site.
What's that like?
It's great because it's essentially you just have like a cool boyfriend who like is rich and gives you money.
What?
Yeah, that's Seeking Arrangements. It's a sugar daddy website. So like it's one of the only it's not sex work, it's not prostitution legally because it's a gift.
Right.
And so escorts will go on there, but after the FOSTA SESTA bill, since that went through, they're like if there's any conversation about like, you know, 500 per hour or whatever, they like will get kicked off the site.
Right.
But it's mostly for those kind of relations. So like it's a mentorship relationship, and it's interesting. I was talking to
They're patrons of the arts.
yeah, honestly, like the guy that I see, it was interesting. We were talking about it, and the conversation we had, he goes, I understand why men get into on the site, but I don't understand why women, like, he goes, because there are escorts on there, but like a normal person like you, like, what do you get out of it? I'm like, you're cool. I see you once a week, and like, I have my own apartment. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to get up and go work at a grocery store at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then try to do spots at night and write. It's like, but they like it because the men that have the money, if they have the means, it's essentially they're like, look, show up. I hear like, I want you to show up and like, don't, it's essentially being paid or given a gift to just like not be a bitch. Like show up when I,
But
when
I
we-
enjoy being a bitch.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing is yeah, and I don't, but I also am not looking for like not like a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, look, I want to get fucked once a week and it's like just like a fun flirty, but there's not like we're just going 5 years from now. It's like no, this is the arrangement.
Huh.
This is the amount of time, and this is the compensation, and like,
Right.
you know, and it's one of the 3 relationships that I had through the site, the most honest relationships I've ever had. And going forward, when I'm gonna have a traditional relationship, the communication, like you're so upfront. There's 0 games. It's like this is what I want.
that's good.
So, and I find that in normal dating, everyone's trying
a
to
lot of
fucking,
gameplay.
people
It
are
is.
trying to get an angle because
Yeah.
when, especially in heteronormative relationships, it's the dudes that are just like trying to get pussy. So if they go out on a date, they go on a date and, you know, the girl, as women, we're raised to be like, okay, don't give it up until you get married or until whatever. That's your most prized possession, which is crazy because no one ever tells you like, okay, boys really love smart girls. So like, don't tell, you know, they love funny girls. Don't do all your A jokes on the first date.
Right.
Make them wait for it. We're trained. So it's this weird backwards thing now with the sex work thing to be like, I can't believe you did that. It's like, from the time you're little, you tell us don't have sex till you get married because that's your only valuable thing. And then when someone goes like, oh, well, so then why don't I use the most valuable thing on my body to like get money? Then you're like, that's bad. And it's like, no, fuck you. You're giving us mixed messages, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So, so in traditional dating, you see women more so than men. Women feel like, and I've been in this position, we feel like you're running an interview for the guy, like a job interview.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, what are you going to do for me? What's your educational background? Are you going to be a loser? I want to get married. I want this. You're trying to be like, what's in it for me? But in an arrangement, because what's in it for the guy is if he passes the test, he gets pussy. It's that simple.
Right.
But so with the arrangement, it's like the
Every-
chick is much more chill on the date night because if you were going out with a guy and he's gorgeous and he's handsome and he's like, I really like you, I'm going to take you out. And we're going to go and we'll go to dinner and go get wine. And sometimes you're not even having sex, but just go hang out just for spending 4 hours with them. If they were like, look, I'm going to do this. And then for 4 hours every time, I'll give you $1,000. You already know what's in it for you. So you're like,
Okay.
dope. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean, that works for some people. Some people can't handle it emotionally, but other people it's like, cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever started falling for somebody that like
Ooh.
was your, you know, your patron?
No, the guy that I'm with now, like, I like, but we're not.
But I mean, like you, like have you ever like had like a really like emotional attachment that like made it difficult?
Sometimes, but then you just kind of have a conversation about it. And then also it's like, and I'm not, could be like a joke, but it's a real thing. But then I'll be like, and I feel kind of sad. And I'm like, okay, well, but now the difference is, but it's like, it's still someone that I see.
Right.
But then it's like, okay, so then go take yourself, like, I'll be like, this is really sad. It's hard to work. It's like, okay, great. Well, so then you can, if you're so sad, what's more sad? feeling sad for an hour after he leaves, or when you have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go sit on a train and go to work and
Right.
make juice for rich people
Yeah.
for very little money.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that's actually,
Yeah.
that's more sad. So I'm like, okay, I can do.
All right.
Right.
You're selling me.
I mean, I just put myself. I mean, I really,
Tell me more.
I do like. I mean, I do like a risk reward analysis. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you with your opener on a Friday night when you come in and yell about margins.
Yeah.
Plummeting.
Yeah. You know.
That's how I deal with my relationships.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I do a pro and a con thing.
I do that with mine too, but I'm not getting any money for it. Like, so now,
Yeah, no, it's dope.
That is dope.
what do you find the most challenging
I'm
thing
just
about
like-
it, though?
I'm so yeah.
The most challenging thing.
Yeah, like,
Are you attracted to them, or do you have to like?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the
But you
most
don't have to like force
No,
the. Yeah.
no, because she picks who she.
Oh, you get
Right.
a pick. Like you get like a profile.
Yeah, it's regular. Like,
Oh,
it's profile. It's a regular
okay.
dating
No,
app.
it's not like it's not like somebody just.
It's not like I sit chained to a couch and they're just like, you, here,
I'm
son
like-
of a bitch. No, it's a regular dating app. It's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
regular
like
dating
sure.
website.
Oh,
She
okay.
picks
You
who
message
she
back and forth.
So what about the guy you're seeing now that you was the most attractive thing
Uh,
out of all of them?
Out of all of them,
Is it like the money or is it like
the most amount of money, the least amount of
most-
time.
yeah, I'm like curious. Yeah.
No, I mean, he's just
always
like,
be closing.
yeah, honestly. No, like he's great, and we like we get along, and he's cool, and he is very low maintenance emotionally.
Cool.
Makes me sound like a psycho. He lives far away.
Okay. Oh, all right.
There's so many pros. Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
But really, it does, to me, it's no different than regular dating. But
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
difference is, it's like, let me help you pay for stuff. And then also like a mentorship thing. And then it's just as great. It's just, for me, it works.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like, I want a boyfriend to like call me every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, boo. No. Boo. Thumbs down.
Yeah.
You know, but that's why it's interesting to hear, because it seems that when, like, with talking to you guys about like trying to date traditionally and online, it's just so much work.
Oh, it's crazy amounts of work, and these guys are so fragile or needy. It's like some of them are super fragile. Like if you don't message them back within like 10 minutes, well, I guess you found someone else then.
Yeah.
And then some of them are just like so like needy in the sense that like they're like if anything at all you say is like the slightest slight against them, or like you could just be joking around, because like we're comics, we're gonna say shit that is gonna be like, you know, like just a little bit of a rib, but it's not a big deal, and like they're gonna like go in, like, you know.
Really? Even on the messaging? Do you find that on messaging apps?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. If I don't
Really?
respond, they'll just be like, well, they just get like super aggro
Yeah.
after like an hour. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, dude, like I've got shit to do. Like
Yeah.
I'm, you know, like I'm not sitting here like, you know, waiting. Like it's weird. Like I've definitely had a bunch of guys that if I don't respond back, I think like 20 minutes is the limit. If you don't respond back within 20 minutes, then they're just like, so I guess we're like, you know, this pregnant, like someone actually, I didn't.
It's all insecurities. Yeah.
They were just like, oh, I guess this pregnant pause is for dramatic effect.
what?
That was like a message that I've
Pregnant
gotten.
pause.
Well, but that's,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's good too, because then you go like, okay, well, now I know I don't want to date you because I have shit to do. And if you're going to act like a bitch, and
Yeah.
I mean that in a
Yeah.
pejorative term, and
Yeah.
I mean that in the most pejorative way possible. Like, if I don't get back to you,
Yeah.
I've had a dude that, a guy that I used to see, he was this like, from the site, which is crazy. And I didn't want to be like sound bitchy to him, but like, he wanted to text a lot, and if I didn't respond to him with like within an hour, he'd be like, "Okay, then," or whatever, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And then we had a conversation, and he was like, "Well, I need this. I need you to." He's like,
needy.
he's like, He's like, "I want text response," and I told him, I said, "Okay, look, I don't text anybody that I date or anybody that long." Now, in that relationship, what I was able to do, and here's the difference, right? And the
Right.
benefit is I was able to say, "Look." He's like, I work from home and I'm writing, okay? Now, because I want to be self-reliant financially and sell some of the shit that I'm working on, I put my phone down. Because I know you're not in an office. I go, well, pretend I am. I said, I set timers for myself. I will go for 4 hours where I don't look at my phone or social media. And I said, if you need that kind of text and communication, and I said, it's going to cost X amount of dollars. Because I did a calculation of my time.
Right.
And he said, okay. And so
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah. But you were able to work that
And
out.
that's the difference in that
Yeah.
site is you can kind of like you can
Wow.
be really honest and be like, look, this is not for me. And instead of in a normal relationship where people will just be passive aggressive,
Right.
he can be like, I need this kind of level of communication.
Right.
And I could be like, okay, well, that's a lot for me, and so I need this compensation in return. And if it's not a no go, then you're like, all right, then I guess I'll fucking see you later.
Right.
Damn.
No, that's
Very, it's really interesting just to be able to like set
Yeah.
boundaries right
Yeah.
away and be honest and not feel guilty or feel like I'm gonna be alone. Maybe this is the last guy that'll ever message me, so I have to be like, you know.
Well, I don't feel that just because there's just so many guys. Like that's the other problem is
There's just
that
too many guys.
it's like literally
agree.
there's so many fish and not enough time.
Yeah.
But like the other thing that I've been noticing is like I've been getting a lot of messages from like guys that want to be subs and like want to be like sex slaves. And
Oh.
I'm not like, and I'm just kind
Are
of
they
like,
younger?
yes,
Yeah.
they are. And they're like, oh, do you want a younger slave? And I'm just like, what? Like, and I feel like I'm just not like, I don't know what I'm projecting that's like, that I'm like, you know, there's the secret or whatever. So I guess I'm putting something out in the universe, but I don't know what I'm putting out in the universe that's saying that I'm looking for like a 25, 26-year-old, like,
Do you write that in your bio?
no,
Oh, okay.
literally like,
It's right there.
it's
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, I'm looking for a younger sex slave. Like, no, it's like not there.
No.
I don't even know like what to do with that. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Like, if history's taught me anything, this is wrong. Like, you know, like,
Or get a young white slave.
they're all white that has to be my slaves.
Yeah, and
Wow.
then we could do a music video and
course
remix
they are.
"This Is America."
Ah, there you go.
That would be a fun one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
It's like, well, if you said you wanted to be my slave.
Yeah, time's up, motherfuckers.
I don't understand it. Like, I really
Wow.
don't get it. Like,
Is it white guilt, you think?
I don't know what it is. It's just so like and like I've got the ones that want to be slaves, the ones that want to be pegged.
Wow. They
like,
say that?
yeah.
Wow.
They're just like really like
It's a powerful
you know,
opener.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But it's
Hey,
like-
peg me.
It's like, dude, I don't even know if I want to have coffee with you. Like, why are you telling me all of this? It's like a lot to like get out like in the first message or two. And
How do they put that out? I like they said they send you a message, hey, and you don't get back, and they're like, fine, I guess, you know, well, fuck me, and you're like, no, and they're like, no, I'm asking, you know, I'm asking you, please fuck
Please
me
fuck
in the
me,
ass
yeah.
with this dildo.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to. I might have pictures.
Yeah,
Read
pull
a
it up,
message.
pull it up.
Pull it up and pull it out.
Yeah.
And by
But-
we mean the dildo for both of those.
Yeah.
Pull it out and get it
Pull
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's. I don't.
I pegged a
Would
guy
you
once
do
and
it?
it was great.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd be worried that I'd like puncture something.
Oh my
No.
God, that's scary.
It was
I don't
really
know.
fun. Oh my God,
You
it was-
loved it?
oh, it was
Was it
fucking-
powerful?
yes.
Did you feel amazing?
Yes, I
Oh.
pegged him while I shoved another dildo in his mouth. I made him gag on it. No.
Are you serious?
That was a guy that I used to date that I met
But
on the
like,
site.
how
He's
did
a
you
billionaire.
just like reached around and you were like behind him?
No, I had him on his back.
Oh.
So I had him on his back, and I put it in his ass.
You were on top of him?
Uh-huh. Missionary, laid him on his back.
Oh, so you were inside of him too,
Mhm.
and you did it.
Yeah.
And then you put another
and I
one
have a
in his
dildo in
mouth.
his mouth, and I'm like, you suck on this, you fucking bitch. Oh, yeah, it's great.
Oh my God.
You gag on this, you fucking bitch. He's a rich person, and that's like what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what
Oh
he
yeah.
wanted.
Powerful people. That's all they want
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
It was at first I was like, no, because I like to be more submissive, and then I did it, and I was like, this is amazing. It's like I love it. I was like,
Oh,
oh, now
wow.
I get why, dude. I'm like, oh, I understand why you're like, no, we should be running businesses and get more money.
Yeah.
The sense of power, and I know someone tried to flip, and they're like, no, but if you think about it, women are powerful because like when men come into us, we're like taking their energy, like we're encompassing their body, and that's more empowering. And I'm like, okay, say what you will, but until you fucked somebody.
Yeah.
When you shove your body into another person, it's very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
It's very powerful.
That's what it feels like to be a man. Yeah, I'm sure.
God
yeah,
damn.
Right?
I'm so horny.
She's like, just.
And I got this Perrier bottle. So,
Right.
ladies. Or no, we have a man in the room.
She's
Yeah. We're just like, gonna turn around.
when he's about to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
I bet he's been pegged.
I'm trying to.
Have you been pegged?
Have you been pegged?
No, absolutely not.
Would you let someone peg you?
No.
Oh, he said no.
I'm trying to find.
Have you been peggied? Peggy Bundy? That's where they dress you up in drag like Peggy Bundy?
No.
Would
I'm very dominant in the bedroom.
Oh, you're a dominant
I
one.
don't like to see
Yeah.
I could tell because you're acting like a real bitch in the studio. I'm joking. I'm joking. See, now that's me negging him because I'm a real dom bitch. In
You are
life,
a dom.
and I'm super
you
submissive
were-
in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I
Dom in
dated a
life.
guy that was he's very dominant in the bedroom, super dom, out publicly. I mean, he just wandered around like a fucking idiot, and I would be like, "We're going here for dinner. Here, we're sitting here," and he was like, "Yes, okay." But that was our dynamic in public. And then as soon as we walk in the room, he's like, "Get on your knees, lay on your back, open your cunt." I'm like, Jesus, love it. I love it. It's such a fun. It's just like a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? If I had, that's my choice. I'm like, yeah, that I would rather have that trade. Like, let me pick the restaurant,
Yeah.
and then you pick where you get to come. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's the trade.
I'm very much like that as well. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was like,
Is the guy you're seeing now like that?
no, he's pretty docile. Like, he's very sweet. And it's an interesting dynamic. He's like, sexually, he's like very sweet and cuddly,
Oh.
and that's fine. You know,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Cute. Whatever.
he loves eating pussy, and that's fine.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's the important thing.
I know.
Eating pussy.
Yeah, that's.
Did you find it?
Yeah, what do you?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like now. I
Checked
feel like
out.
I feel like you're just looking at strap-ons. I can see her phone. She's looking. She's on
Is she?
Amazon
So-
Oh my
ordering
God.
strap-ons.
No,
She's
so like
considering it
I
now.
found one, but I
Your
didn't
story
find
turned
the
her on too
one that I was
A
like.
strap on?
No. I found like one guy that was like.
Amanda's my new protege. I just met you, and we were just like, "What
I
a
know.
strap-on?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it."
You're
Do
teaching
it.
me all these things.
Isn't
I'm
it
like, I want to do
exciting?
it. Yeah.
And I'm 36, so you know you
yeah.
got a lot of years ahead of you before your body goes completely to shit, and you have to be like, "All right, we have to stop eating anything for a month because we're so full of garbage."
That's why you're doing your detox?
It's crazy. Yeah, and just like I mean, it's a good thing to reset your digestive system,
Yeah.
and you know, it's just like
You
a
do
fun,
like the juice cleanse shit? That's like an LA thing. though.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've done all
Yeah.
that stuff because I was a trainer, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, and then I worked at Whole Foods, in the whole body department, and so I would do all these like just detoxes for like lymphatic system, and right now I'm doing like the full. I'm eating, but like I'm doing a lymphatic system cleanse and to get all the it's
Oh.
it feels good.
I don't know what that is.
Later. That looks like John Hamm. Who is that?
So now this is a guy, like this isn't one that specifically said slave, but he was like, "Hey, Taurus, my
Indentured servitude.
He said, hey, Taurus?
Yeah, he says, "Hey, Taurus is my favorite sign. Forgive me for being so
Oh.
straightforward, but any chance you'd be interested in having a guy who would obey, worship, and please you in any way, be your servant, so to speak." So, like, I was trying to find the one that was just, like, literally, like...
And now let's say his phone number on the air.
Yeah. I
Wait, is that in his bio or that's what he sent you?
No, this is the message that he sent me.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
How funny his bio is like, this is my favorite astrological sign.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah. But,
I
like...
love doing your dishes.
But like, there's one that I can't find it, but it was literally this guy. He's like in underwear, and he's just like, "Are you looking for a younger slave?" That's the one I was trying to find.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
love this
that's
picture.
That's the one that
of
I
him.
found.
Or
Yeah,
him just looking off
yeah. into
against
the
a
distance.
tree. Yeah.
It's just like, oh,
Really wishing he had his dom. Yeah.
yeah. I don't.
It's like, man, I wish somebody would tie my balls
Yeah.
together with string.
I wouldn't even know what the hell to do, and like, I'm just not. I think the problem is a lot of guys like think that I'm like a dom or whatever, because it's like I guess because like I don't know, people just think that I'm like really like bossy and bitchy, but like that's just not like relationship wise. I'm really just like kind of like an equal power play kind of person.
Yeah.
Because like I don't believe anyone should have the upper hand. Like I think that everyone should like, you know, have like an equal playing field.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I believe no one should have the upper hand. I believe all women should have the backhand, though. Get in the kitchen, ladies. Put your little Me Too button away. Guess who's hungry? Me. Me too. You want a sandwich?
This bitch, don't make me ask you twice. I don't. Yeah, it's just it's weird for me. It's weird that like people
No, they
think
just
that.
when it's like an older they almost it's like anyone who's an older woman, or especially if you're professional or independent anyway. Like they just it's like a mother figure, and I mean it could be not even something that you're throwing out. They could be sending that message to, you know what I'm saying?
Talking about that, I had somebody that was like into mommy play too. I don't know if I can find that one on the. I didn't take a picture of that, but that was a Tinder one that was just like, oh, like he was really into like incest porn, and he was just like, oh, like I really like that you're older because like you can like pretend to be my mommy or something like that. I get the weirdest. Oh, I'm an airplane. I can't.
First of all, that's not
man.
weird. If you're listening, that's not necessarily weird. I specifically date older guys, but I mean, I like to like.
Yeah.
I love age play and incest play.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I just like to say daddy when I'm being fucked. That's all.
Okay.
yeah, but like
A
you
lot
can
of
say
guys are into
daddy at
that.
any
Oh, yeah.
age though, and also he was only 10 years younger than me. Like he was older than my ex-boyfriend. It's just like, like you're kind of, if you want to be like, you know, my son, you're a little too old.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, it makes sense for like a 20-year-old or something.
yeah, but like, dude, you're 32. Like, calm down.
He shows up with like a gray wig, and you're like, wait, what is this? He's like,
Yeah.
I know we're only 10 years apart, but put this on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, no, not happening, bro. Not happening.
Would you never do any of that kind of stuff?
You're not into it.
No, I mean, depending upon what it is. I don't. So here's my thing.
Diaper.
Oh my god.
Who's wearing it?
Both of you.
Both of you.
His is a baby diaper. Yours is an
You're
adult
wearing
diaper.
the same one.
Yeah, it's a baby diaper, and yours
put
is a
it
pen.
on, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny. It's the same one. What is it?
It's the same one.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
big
a-
one. You just
Right.
you fuck inside of
big
it.
sumo diaper.
Yeah, sumo diaper.
I don't know. Or,
Would you fuck in a sumo diaper? I would.
That would be fun. I would do
It wouldn't
that.
even be like baby play. It would just be fun to fuck inside of a diaper.
I don't know.
I know. I mean, essentially, what is it? That's a sleeping
somebody
bag.
ever-
That's a sleeping bag. No, that's
It's a
fucking
sleeping
a
bag.
sleeping
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it clean?
I mean,
What?
why would it not be clean?
diaper?
Yeah.
You shit in it beforehand.
I'm just saying, because like that's another weird thing. It's like I have a lot of. It takes a lot for me. I've got a lot of like germaphobe like things. So like I maybe a clean diaper I might be able to get on board if I like him. But like
Yeah, I assume it's clean. I mean, unless, hold on, let us get this off the giant person. It's not an actual, like, okay, we hired. This is like a prank show. All right.
Yeah.
It's like one of those dating
Yeah.
shows where they do like Married at First Sight. They're like, okay, sumoed at first sight.
Yeah.
Here's the joke. These people are on a date, and instead of fucking in a bed, they agreed to fuck in a diaper. What they don't know is we had 2 sumo wrestlers have crazy diarrhea into these before. Winky, winky. And it's just like,
last night was Taco Tuesday. It's
Yeah.
Taco Wednesday shits.
Yeah.
let's see how they react. And
It's
they
like-
have to live in this diaper for the next 90 days. And then if they surpass it, they go
It
do
becomes Survivor.
Right.
They're like,
then they go visit their family in Argentina.
Why does this
These fucking shows on TV.
they're like in the woods trying
Yeah.
to find food. Yeah.
seriously?
Diapered and afraid. It's like, these reality shows are fucking so crazy.
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
don't even know what's out there now, but
I got a TV. I got my own apartment now, and it's great. And I have a TV
you're
for the first
watching.
time.
You
and-
have like DirecTV now.
Yeah, I have cable and I have
Oh,
TV, and
nice.
I'm so used to not watching television that when I do watch it, but it's so mindless and dumb. Like they have 90 Day Fiance. I mean, essentially,
What?
there's shows where
90
they
Day-
take 2 strangers, people that just, and it's people that are either looking for love and or just want to be on TV,
Right.
and they match them up, and they go, okay, you guys are gonna get married, and these 2 strangers get married. And then they're from like different cultures, like different parts of the world. And then they spend 90 days, like 45 days in one person's country and 45 in the other. It's it's so strange because it's not like, oh, they're in love and they've been pen pals and you're checking it out. It's just, it's like, it's the most pointless, silly thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we really can sell this diaper show.
Yeah.
Which is why when I get,
We should.
oh, I'm full circling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a show where they just have people that and they like don't speak the language, and it's just like a white man goes to the Philippines and just lives in the Philippines, and this woman cries.
45 days.
Yes.
What do they talk about?
Nothing. Nothing.
They just eat.
They
shit and
I
Same
thought that
diaper.
was called a gap year. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
beer.
You
Oh my
study
God.
abroad. I
Yeah.
did that.
But I don't. It's possible. I'm not gonna say. I feel like I've probably done less weird shit than most people, but I've probably done stuff that was weird that most people like would be like, whoa, like surprised at, but like not weird in the sense that like it was. Like, you know, it wasn't a diaper, but like I've given like my ex like a foot job in front of his parents, like that, like I think is weird.
A foot job?
So like we were in the living room watching TV, and his parents had left, and so like I was like giving him a foot job while we were watching TV, like under a blanket, and then his parents came home.
Put the dick in the middle of your feet.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
See,
and
I'm a millennial. I don't know this shit.
Yeah,
We're
so
not
then
sexual people, clearly.
so like then his parents came home, and like I was trying to like move my feet like while they're talking to us, and they're just like, oh, like what do you guys want for dinner? I'm trying to, and he like kind of like put my feet back together, and I'm like, all right, well if he wants to do this, and so like then like I'm like continuing like the foot job, and he's like trying like not to come while he's talking to his parents. So I feel like that is like something that's like
That's kinky. At first, when you said you gave him a foot job in front of his parents, I pictured that he was like, okay, mom, dad, come here.
Watch this shit.
Yeah.
Like the worst,
Yeah.
the worst puppet show, and you're
Yeah.
like, our kids are doing a show for the dinner party, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh god, that is not that kind of puppet.
no, but like, you know, I mean, they didn't know because like he wasn't facing them, but like but like he could not talk, and so like it's like, oh, like, you know, so like, what do you think? You maybe Italian, and he's just like. And like he's just like his face is turned, and he's trying so hard not to come, and it's like, and I'm just like, and then I'm like doing it more, but like it's just like, because now at that point I'm just being an asshole. It's like, well, he didn't want me to stop, so I'm not stop. Like, but like I feel like I could do like that, but like I've only had like one night stand, like, and that's because like I like thought I had cancer.
Oh, shit.
Like yeah. So like
Yeah.
my doctor told me he thought that I had cancer that morning, and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna die anyway. I might as well have one night stand. Try it once, and then I didn't. So like then I didn't do it again. But
Yeah.
like,
And just for people listening, and man, I know you're a millennial. One night stands do not actually kill you. I have cancer. Well, then I may as well have a one night stand. So one night stands do not cause cancer, and they do not give terminal illnesses. I know if millennials
but they
are
might
listening.
like choke you to death. I don't know. I just
Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. You know who kills people? Spouses. Go right now. Turn on Lifetime right now.
yeah. No, that's
Someone
true.
yeah, that's who kills
But any
you.
sort of like intimate partner is more likely to kill you.
Yeah, one night stands are going to kill you, and that's why I always leave a little breadcrumb trail. You millennial. What's the weirdest thing you've done?
Sexually?
Yeah.
I've got peed on.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you have.
in the shower.
Sick.
I mean,
How was it?
it was weird. Like, I had my mouth open. So he just peed in my mouth.
Cool.
Yeah. And then it was just weird because I didn't know, like, if I should swallow or should spit it out because it just kept filling.
Yeah, spit it out.
So I just spit
Always
it out.
spit it out.
And then we just started laughing because it was just so ridiculous. Yeah.
That's super funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be hot, but it wasn't. It was just, yeah. But that's probably the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Never been shit on or anything like that.
No, that's... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem with, like, us being super open sexually. That's, like, Germany. Like, you know, like, Europe, everyone's like, America's too violent. And they can't even show a nipple on TV. But then you go to Europe and, like, Germany is... They don't
Yeah.
have guns on TV, but they have, like a topless woman, just, like, her bare tits, like, on a big, giant billboard.
Yeah.
Advertising water. And it's just like a naked, like a topless woman in there, like families just naked in the park. And you're like, oh, this is very sexually open and free. But they like the kind of porn they have to watch to get off is like people taking dumps on each other's bodies.
Yeah.
Because if you just like pop a tit, they don't
There's
get
just
horny.
like, yeah, it's a
'cause
titty.
They're like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to sell me a case of fucking Evian? Get my dick hard, lady. Do you fucking take a shit. Do you know? Bring a, you want to get me hard? I want to see a sumo diaper. Dirty. I want to see a sumo diaper on a Wednesday morning. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the shitting thing is, that's weird. You have to kind of balance and not
The
do
shit,
too much.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, then it takes like a more extreme shit to get you turned on. And shit was a
Ooh.
pun. I did not mean that. You know.
Yeah.
So that's why it's
Like
good.
hard shit, kind of
Right.
soft shit, and
Right.
then, like
Really
diarrhea.
loosey,
Right.
loosey,
Really
goosey
loose
shit.
Yeah. Explosive.
Like
yeah.
bad sushi shit.
Sushi shit.
Oh yeah, bad,
Bad
fish
The
is
sushi.
bad.
green. What's
sh-
the green shit? Where does that come from?
Babies.
That's
What?
babies.
You guys both said that.
Yeah.
No,
Baby
like-
shit green.
No, but like human.
We've
like,
had diaper
regular
experience.
humans shit green too. Babies.
I
aren't
don't
regular
know
humans.
what the fuck babies do in their fucking digestional
Only babies
tract.
only shit green.
No, and
When-
when
no,
human
like-
beings, like when your body's cleaned out, like a lot of times if you're doing a cleanse or a detox, like babies, the color of baby shit, that's like what our shit should look like. But we eat so much garbage that
Right.
it sits in the lining of your intestinal tract, and it's just caked up with like, I mean, and we're not eating like whole natural foods. We're eating processed foods and
Right.
garbage, and so that's why like the color changes. And when you do like a cleanse, it's cool,
it
but
gets weird because like
gross.
nobody tells you that. Because I did a 6-day cleanse, like a juice cleanse, and then I think by like day 3 I started shitting green, and like I thought I was dying. Like I literally called the place. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. There's something wrong with my poo. And they're just like, what? And I'm like, the color. They're like, green. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, you're fine. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, that happens. And I'm like, why does no one tell you that your shit's going to change color? Because, like, you know, like, I
But
should.
if you were only drinking like green juice, it makes sense.
Well, I mean, there was some beet juice in there
Oh.
too. But, like, you know, and I could.
Then it would be red.
like, but it was just like a lot of like green shit.
Oh.
it's so funny how like we're
Oh,
so
we should. Well, go on.
we're
but
so
then we
like
should take a break.
trained we're
Yeah.
so like ingrained to be like eating so like unhealthy stuff all the time that we're more freaked out about like I'm doing a juice cleanse and having mostly green things and eating mostly vegetables and my shit is green after
Yeah.
4 days. I must be dying. That freaks us out instead of being like, oh, that makes sense, that's healthy. But like we'll go out after night and wake up and be like, dude, I just shit out like a whole tater tot, and you like LOL
Yeah.
and it's like, no, that means you're dying.
Yeah,
That means
right.
you're not processing food. Your body's it's disgusting. So I
Yeah.
mean, if take
Because
anything
like
away.
you're used to bud mud, you're just not used to green shits.
Bud
Like,
mud?
you know what I mean? Like, because like if I drink a lot of beer, like the next day, like I've got the bud muds, and like I am just like shitting like crazy, but it's just like beer shits. Then you like when you're eating like healthy, then it's just like this like green weirdness, and you're just like, I don't know what's happening to my body, and I just felt like
You're taking
Smells
green
weird.
shits and you're like, what's happening? I might
I'm
have
dying.
butt cancer. That's it. I'm
That's
gonna
it.
have another one night stand.
yeah, exactly. This time it's the ass cancer.
Yeah.
You might as well have backdoor action.
Nice.
Yeah, but like let's take a. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back, you guys.
Woo.
Perfect.
Yeah, big talking brewskis. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Big talking brewskis. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Kicking back, having a few beers, we're chatting. Pull up your chair, we're all relaxing. Any subject, we never dismiss. Big talking brewskis with Marissa Smith. Comedy, sex, relationships, more. Any subject, we got it in store. Big talking brewskis is coming in live. Crack one open, Marissa has arrived. Big talking brewskis with Marissa Smith. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Big Talkin' Brewskis. I'm still Marissa Smith. I've got Wendy Starling.
Guest co-hosting, sucking on a cucumber, not a big C. Look,
Cucumber.
yeah, I acted more drunk than you guys, and you're drinking, and that's because my blood sugar's so drastically low.
But I told Wendy I was drinking for the both of us. So I've got Wendy Starling still co-hosting. I've
Sit
got
in second chair. Here we go.
second chair, and then I've got Amanda Holiday.
Hey.
And we are welcoming Gordon McNiff.
What's up, Marissa? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming,
I
Gordon.
love Big Talking Brewskis. I dream about it and all that. Yeah.
He dreams about brewskis.
Well, yeah.
So now, Gordon, how have you been?
I've been great. What were we talking about right before this? It was funny.
You were saying something about cucumbers, and then you said I have a story about
So
that.
here's
that
the
sounds bad right off the bat. It sounds like a cucumber I was violated by a cucumber. So
Oh, you
I
missed
got a
that story.
cucumber in my mouth.
Yeah.
People that were listening to the first half, you know I'm doing a cleanse. I'm not drinking, but somehow I'm the biggest asshole on the show.
no,
and
no,
that's-
no.
I got a cucumber in my mouth, and I'm just like suckling it. And yeah, before Cody goes, oh, I got a story about that. And so
Yeah, what's the story? We're waiting.
I forget now.
No.
Yeah, I
about doing
forget
a
now.
No, you
cleanse.
forget.
Cleanse? No.
Cleanse, detox.
So I said
Forgot
that
about
when
that.
I'm home, I slice up cucumber and I put it in rice wine vinegar, and then Gordon's like, I've got a story about that.
All
I
right.
was-
Yeah.
I was hoping that would be a trigger.
Well, my older sister, she does
Uh-huh.
all that stuff, and my friend is convinced that actually that's a hangover cure.
Cucumbers?
Cucumber, yeah, I guess he said it's full of water, and it's really
Yeah,
it hydrates you. And I was like, why don't you just drink a fucking glass of water?
No, I'm gonna say it's
Yeah.
just water.
Yeah.
It's literally just water.
just drink the water.
Drink the
Um,
water.
So
No, but it's just
Isn't like celery just water? It's like negative calories, right?
yeah,
Celery.
eating it,
Yeah.
apparently.
Cucumbers negative calories? That
But
doesn't make
then-
sense to me.
Listen,
Ooh, I hear
Ooh.
the calories going
see,
away.
like
here's why it's negative calories. When you eat it raw, without anything, and I'm gonna explain. Nutrition lesson from your friendly alcoholic
no.
nutritionist. The reason it's negative calories is because the amount of fiber in the cucumber, so the amount of energy it takes for your body to process and digest the cucumber and the celery is more, or is like the amount of energy it takes your body to break it down is more than the calories in the actual food.
Word.
right.
Yeah.
Boom.
So you're creating a caloric
What
deficit.
is that like?
But like a
including,
pickle is like 5 calories.
Because
Yeah,
of the
but then
vinegar.
yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that include like the calories you burn while you go to the store and you buy it and you walk back?
Yes.
What's going on there?
Yeah, and it includes the calories that you burn when you cry because you're just alone because nobody wants to hang out with you.
Is because
'Cause
you're
you're
eating
just
a
eating a
cucumber.
cucumber.
Because no one wants to hang out with you because they're like, you're like, I'm doing a cleanse, and then
Because you make a.
So-
you make a podcast room smell like a cucumber.
yeah,
I like snack on pickles just because they have more
Oh.
flavor, but like pickles are like
I don't fuck with pickles.
you got a
I
story.
love
You don't have a
pickles.
story about pickles,
Oh, no.
Cody?
I have a friend
Gordy.
that's a pickle.
Gordy,
Gordy.
my fucking
What?
Gordy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pickles.
You are looking at what I've had to eat today.
Like I like to snack on a pickle just like it's only 5 calories. I don't need the negative calories. I'm fine with 5 calories.
5.
But like, at least it's like it's tasty, like it has some flavor. I like a nice
You don't like
garlic.
pickles?
I love a garlic pickle.
Garlic pickle.
yeah,
and
I'm
I
like
don't-
all about the garlic pickle.
No, I don't. No pickles.
He's
no
like, I just don't
lettuce.
fucks with the pickles.
I don't want anything that.
No.
Look, I'm so
Nothing
straight.
green.
I don't want nothing that looks like a
like a
dick
dick
in my mouth.
LTOP.
Is that- I don't-
I say no LTOP. Lettuce, tomato, pickle, or onions, or maybe It's that basically.
Really?
No LTOP, dog. That's how I
No
roll.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it.
tomato's technically a fruit.
Yeah.
You're a millennial. I'll
Is
explain
it?
that
Oh
to
my
you
God.
later.
I don't think it
Yeah.
is.
Amanda's
I feel like
learning
you're
so
my
much
teacher.
nowadays.
I know. She's teaching
It's
me so
technically a
much.
fruit. I swear to God.
We're in for another nutrition lesson.
Google it. Google it. Amanda's learning a lot of things, like about
am.
pegging
Wendy's
billionaires for money, being a fancy hooker, and is a tomato a vegetable or a fruit?
It is definitely a fruit.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Let's-
totally a
oh,
fruit.
I don't like tomatoes.
Wendy's right.
It's the shittiest fruit ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomatoes suck.
That's
I don't
gross.
know.
Fruits taste good.
I can eat tomatoes when they're cooked,
Yeah, or when
Well,
but like a raw tomato.
I
can't
don't
fuck
eat
with.
raw tomato.
I can
Yeah.
eat tomatoes
Same
when
with
they're.
cheese.
I can eat tomatoes if you grind them up, process them, and put them in a ketchup bottle. I can
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah.
You know, but
I can do like ketchup and tomato sauce, but I can't do like
tomato
raw.
soup. Oh
Tomato
my
soup?
God.
No, I don't fuck with
Campbell's?
tomato.
You don't like tomato soup?
No, I don't fuck with tomato
With
soup.
the
Wait,
grilled
wait, you don't
cheese?
fuck with a Bloody Mary or some shit? Because I fuck
Bloody
with
Mary's-
Mary's,
Bloody
I
Mary.
fucks with a Bloody Mary. I don't fucks with a tomato soup. Like hot tomatoes.
Same.
I don't fuck with the celery in the
Nah.
Bloody Mary. I fuck with the bacon and sometimes I put a little hot dog on there. I love that shit.
I'm sorry. Where are you getting a hot dog?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
I thought you
That
don't
was,
like dick-sized
Yeah.
things.
Dicks? No, it's a little wiener. No,
Ba-
it's not
I, listen, I like it
There
better.
are some dicks that are small.
It's not an intimidating size wiener.
Last time I was here,
Very small.
last time I was here, we went around and we talked about the weirdest.
Like weird dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rodney,
Weird dicks?
you
Yeah.
guys were telling us about that. Was so
Like the
funny.
weirdest dicks that we had seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, we can go back to that. I mean, there's always like a.
There's always a fallback. I know.
I mean, there honestly, like, there's always like a well of material and strange genitalia. Like, like, what's the strangest dick you've ever seen?
Oh,
Well, we could up the ante. Let's just show each other our own. Let's take off our own pants.
Pull it out.
And I'm going to peg the boys with this cucumber. The half-eaten, chewed-off part. It's soft.
It's like sharp now.
yeah, taking off our clothes. There's still a cucumber out, guys. What's gonna happen next?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Come back after the
Yeah,
commercial
we'll be
break.
right back. Yeah.
One of these assholes is going to be impaled so badly they spend the rest of their life in a giant diaper.
Law and Order SUV.
Hopefully it's not the guy. I don't know. I
Someone
hate-
got me too'd with a cucumber.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck. It's not cool.
Hold it like Groucho
Oh, boy.
Marx. So what did you do all day? What did you do before you got here? What's going on?
I got to work at around super late, and then I did Mike at about 3, which was I don't know, kind of brutal. I mean, you know, it was.
Where was that? What do you do for work?
I sell ads.
Yeah.
I should say for day jobs. Let's put it
Yeah,
because
day
for
job.
our jobs that we're comedians. What's your day job? You sell ads?
Yeah.
Like what kind of
How
a
do you do
schedule is that?
that?
So you were able to leave
Be
at like 2.
Yeah, yeah. During the summers, I leave. It's 1, but
Like
Why are ads
summer
different in the
Fridays.
summer?
yeah, the old summer Fridays. It's,
I don't have summer Fridays.
I didn't have summer Friday. I know everyone gets mad whenever I tell them I have summer Fridays. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
No,
in my
summer
la-
Fridays are nice though.
So yeah, I know. I didn't have them at the last place, but yeah. What do you do? Jesus, what do you?
No, I'm just. You just walked in. I'm interested in what you did all day because like we've already been talking about diapers and shit like that. So I just want to. I'm just having a conversation.
No, yeah.
See, millennials don't know how to do it. I'm
I
trying to
know.
find out what the fuck you did
I
today,
know.
and I don't know you. So I want to.
We were at Otto's Shrunken Head, actually, Marissa.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, got to plug the old show there. Absolutely. Yeah.
I like Otto's.
Yeah, I love Otto's.
I like their dark and stormy.
Yeah, dark and stormy. There's a story behind that. I'll tell you some other time. But
Do it now.
no, it's some weird story. It's
Yeah,
like,
I love
no.
weird stories.
No, it's like
No,
not
it's like
funny,
really
though.
weird and interesting, and I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell this really weird
Don't.
story on a radio show. But I don't want to do anything.
Like
What is it?
my dad's best friend, like the type of alcohol they use for it, like I don't know,
It's a dark
they
rum.
set up like his friends set up like the shipment for that rum to come to the United States so they could make that whiskey or so they can make
that
the cocktail.
drink.
Yeah, not the whiskey. I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah, no. It's a dark
Beer and then a dark rum.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do it. I get it at the Gotham. They do a mean one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never had a dark
In
and
the
stormy at
lounge,
Gotham. Yeah.
Wait, what's in a dark and stormy? It's beer and
So,
No,
like,
the
a dark
dark
and stormy is rum, and it's ginger beer, and
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The ginger beer. That's what they
Ginger
set it
beer.
up. They set up
Yeah.
the ginger because as soon as I said I have a story about that, I was like, I don't really know this story all that well. I've tried telling it a few times. I'm like, it always goes down like, so what? I'm like, I don't know, and it was dumb. So yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite dark and stormies is at Botanica. It's like on
Oh,
What is
he's looking up the
that
recipe.
that
Hey,
that.
look
Oh,
at
yeah.
this.
Oh,
What
oh.
we got here. This is awesome.
All right, so what is it?
Oh, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ginger beer.
Literally just ginger beer and rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
I
me.
should know
fucking
that.
Oh, and
thirsty.
it also has ice and lime because you know
Oh, yeah.
I don't know my fucking
It
drinks.
also has a straw. Don't forget the straw. Okay.
and it comes in a glass.
Oh, boy.
I saw a tie the other day with a dark and storm. Well, it was like a Coke, it was like a glass of soda with little lightning bolts next to it.
Oh,
A
really?
tie.
Yeah.
Very cool. Clearly a dark and stormy.
Dark and stormies are delicious. They are
Yes.
delicious, you guys. So now, Gordon, you came in when we just finished talking about our weirdest sexual experiences.
Oh God. God
Yeah.
damn it. Oh well, yo, here.
We'll
I have
just
a
throw
funny
him
one.
under the bus. I
Yeah,
love
right.
this.
I have a funny one. How I lost my virginity. Actually, that's a
All right.
funny one. So I don't know. I always think that they're funny, and then I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, it's kind of shitty.
Just drop it.
Well, no, I actually, so I was younger. I was much younger, and I snuck over to this girl's. What?
How young were you?
I was 14. Yeah.
That's not that young.
No, I'm for a guy though. That's like girls. Fuck you. You guys. everybody-
You girls are getting raped when the I know a lot of you are getting molested when you're 7 or 8.
Yeah, we can't all be that lucky. Okay.
Yeah, some of us dudes have to wait till we're
Yeah.
14.
I don't know what the fuck.
No, but I snuck this chick was turning 16, and I went over to her house, and she was basically having a sleepover party for her birthday, and everybody was in her room, and I basically came in through the window, and we had sex with her. It was like the worst sex. I was like, that's what everybody's been raving about. And there was like
Wait, why was it bad?
4 girls on the ground, and
What?
then there was another girl sleeping on another bed in like right across the room. So it was
Did
basically
she know that you were having sex with her when you snuck in the
no,
window?
yes. Yeah, so they were basically all in the room, and they were like, all right, so you guys just do your thing. And they were all sleeping, like, laying on the ground, basically listening to it. Like, literally, it'd be like if we were there, and then you guys were all just right here.
Right.
So, yeah, it was really awkward.
Should we reenact it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could. No, but it was
My cucumber
really,
will play the part.
Yeah. No, but it was really, really awkward. And yeah, I don't even think it was strange. It was, and I left and I was like, it wasn't even that good. Like, what the fuck? That's what everybody
But
is.
why was it bad? Like, what happened?
I like they put on like a condom, and she was just like
They
kind of.
put on a condom.
Yeah.
The 4 girls
Yeah.
put on a condom for
It
you.
was like I said, it was really embarrassing.
It's like 8 fingers that are sliding
No.
it down.
Yeah.
No, and so
It's like
but then
Cinderella,
she
like
was-
with stepsisters putting
Yeah.
a slipper on.
she just basically
Yeah.
like was like sitting on top of me. It was really she was like riding me, and it was not good. And I should have been like, all right, fuck the next time, the day after, I was like, all right, let's do this again. And I basically,
Oh,
I
round 2.
got on top. Yeah, round 2 was much better, and I was like, all right, now I can see what everybody's raving about. you know,
Right.
so.
Now I can see why my sister got molested by all her family members when she was younger.
Now I can see why my uncle
Were
molested
there
me.
4 girls on the floor the second time?
No, there weren't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that
There
might
were more girls.
that might have killed it. I think that would go down differently if if a girl snuck in to have sex with a guy on his bed, and there was 4 other guys
Because
in
they'd
the
all be
room.
taking
that-
pictures.
Yeah, or it might end even
yeah.
worse than that. Who knows?
Yeah, taking pictures. That's
Taking
what. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
That's called a
So
gang bang.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Google gangbang. Can we get up the what are the ingredients in a gangbang? Surprisingly, also comes with lime. Huh? You wouldn't think.
I believe it says 4
waiting
more
for it.
penises, So like my first time, I was a freshman in college, and me and my boyfriend at the time were volunteering for Al Gore's campaign.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, shit.
I was-
It wasn't even. Wait, was it? No,
I was right there with you.
yeah, I was like,
it wasn't Gore. It wasn't Gore. This was, I believe, it might have been Clinton's second campaign.
Clinton.
At any rate, no, it was Clinton's.
the
date.
It was Clinton's second campaign. It was Clinton. I'm old and I forget shit. So it was Clinton's second campaign, and so I had to make a deal with him that if
Clinton? No, sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. With your boyfriend.
with my boyfriend, that if he won, and I got a fuck tab off of a beer, that then I would fuck him.
A fuck tab?
So like a fuck tab is like, let's say you take the tab off your beer, and then like
I don't know
the
anything.
like the middle of the beer stays on the tab. That's considered a fuck tab. So like I was just
Getting
like,
horny.
I've never heard of that, and I'm a big drunk.
Oh, okay. I thought
I've never heard of a fuck tab.
Yeah, okay, cool. I don't
yeah,
feel
like
so
this
bad
might be
now.
like an East Coast thing, but like a fuck tab is like you take
Heard of
like
it.
if you were to take like the tab off your beer and then
Let's do it.
like
Should we do
the
Let's
fuck
do it.
tab?
Everybody do it. Everybody do
yeah,
it.
you got like you
Yeah.
literally gotta. Just
I don't
kinda-
have a fuck tab.
Yeah, I don't either.
What do I do?
I have a.
So
Wait.
like you gotta just take the.
I have a you suck.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to look at?
It says go fuck yourself tab. I have a go fuck yourself tab.
It's
That's what
supposed
I
to
got.
say something?
No, so
Oh.
like
Oh, yeah.
basically like you see how like this little middle part is
sick.
empty. Like if this part right here was in the center, that's a fuck tab.
Yeah.
So
This
like
thingy
I don't
breaks
know
off
if
with
I
it.
can't. If
That's
I,
so
actually
I
a great
got one.
model. That's
Wait,
actually
what?
a great
Wait,
model.
so I got a fuck tab.
Oh, let's see. Let's
Wait.
see. Oh, she got Wait.
I
no,
got-
wait. Did she?
Wait,
No, I didn't. Did I not?
okay, so
Think
I
we-
just
No.
I just made a fuck
Oh,
tab.
you're
Hold
right.
on. So like this is like a fuck tab.
Let's see.
That
Oh, I
also, you
see.
should put
I
up on
want
a
one.
website because that is a good general aid for people
So
to
is that
find the
how
clitoris.
you
Yeah.
determine
It
you're
is
having
clip.
There you go.
Oh,
It looks
okay.
like
There
that's
you go.
like a
That's
clip.
fuck tab.
That's a
You
fuck
didn't get a
tab.
fuck
Yeah.
tab.
I didn't. Damn it.
So like
So that's how you
a fuck
determine you
tab.
fuck somebody? I don't
That's how that's literally
like, oh, we're
how.
fucking. I got a tab.
If I got the like, I literally told him if I get a fuck tab tonight, then I will have sex with you.
And you just did you've got one on purpose, so you know how to get one on purpose, me? Oh,
You getting
I-
laid tonight?
You were like-
I know how to get fuck tab now. So like,
I was like, if I was like,
She's
in my
done
mind, a
it.
fuck tab is like, I paid for the tab,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
fucking me. Fuck tab is anytime I go to, you go to Starbucks, I'm going to buy his tea, I'm paying for his tea.
That's
So you make
Yeah.
this deal.
so I made this deal. If I get a fuck tab tonight, then I'll have sex with you. And I got the fuck tab
Because you know how to do it.
because, well, I've always known how to get a fuck tab, but I just normally.
That too, her fingers are all bloody, and they're just like 8 empty beer cans next to her. Oh, sweetie, I'm almost done. She's just
Yeah,
what the
yeah, yeah.
fuck? Oops, I guess I have to fuck you. And he's like, you're missing the top of your right finger.
It's like what finger? You
Yeah.
can't. Yeah. So like then, and that's how like I ended up having sex the first time. Is that like, and like I had the beer and I got the fuck tab, but he didn't see me get the fuck tab, and so like
You
I
mean
was just kind of,
fabricate the fuck tab?
well, you know, force a fuck tab
With your bloody fingers.
Yeah, exactly. my nubby hands. So like, and then like I just kind of was like playing it like real cool. So I was just like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Will you hold this for me? And I just handed him the fuck tab, and he was just like, like, and so then like you know,
Smooth.
You banged her in
Yeah.
the bathroom?
no,
Ah,
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you
no.
sure?
No, I went to the bathroom to make sure everything was like orderly and tidy.
I would
like, you know.
totally go into the bathroom and be like, oh, she just handed me this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
went into the bathroom.
That's a
I'm
It's
like,
like-
we're fucking.
That's like the trashy poor person version of handing someone your hotel room key. You're just like, here's a piece of trash that I didn't throw
in the
through.
bathroom. Yeah.
Like, here's my fuck tab. Fuck tabs on you.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck you.
but yeah. So like that was my first time.
And how was it? Where'd you
Wow.
fuck?
We fucked in his dorm room.
Oh, college?
Yeah,
Ew.
college dorm room.
There were
dorm?
three.
No, high school. He was boarding school.
There There were 4
high
teenage
school
girls
dorm.
laying on the ground of his
Yeah.
dorm room.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
it was
The
technically
black
an orgy.
light was on.
Right.
He had the
A
black.
black light was on.
Was there?
Yeah, like back then, like everybody
Were
had
there-
black
Yo,
light.
if you put black light in my dorm room,
Yeah,
that
was
shit
there
was
just
not,
shit all over the sheets?
Yeah.
It's just
Shit.
bright.
Yeah.
Right. Bright. Everything's
Yeah.
bright.
It'd be like if you
Yeah.
looked
Oh,
at the
yeah.
sun wearing night vision
Yeah.
goggles. You know?
Yeah.
These were like these were old school black lights before everything was LED. But like the black light was on, and he had like black light stars on his ceiling, and he like had like
I had
done-
those when I was
He had
like
the
they're
stars.
Yeah, and then he had done
Came
like
with a-
a mural and tied on his wall.
Oh no.
Like yeah, he literally like
no.
like he painted and tied on his wall.
Oh,
yeah.
so when you turn the black light on, you could see it.
Yeah,
but
could
otherwise
see-
you couldn't. Oh my
see it.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of those.
How was it?
one of those cool guys.
He was one of those autistic 7-year-olds. We're like, this sounds like a crime. Maybe we don't want to hear the rest of your story.
No, he was just bipolar. Like,
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I didn't find out that he was bi until his boyfriend told me.
Solar.
Oh.
Bisolar.
He was bipolar.
Bipolar or bisexual?
He was bi and bipolar.
Bipolar and bisexual.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He was
And
bisolar.
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 Which now makes sense as to why he had the cosmos painted on his wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was really into like raving, and he had like plur tattooed on his arm in Chinese characters. Plur.
Plur?
Yeah,
Plur?
it's like
Player?
no, plur is
Player.
like a
Player.
rave
Plur.
terminology, which means peace, love, unity, respect.
I gotcha.
Yes.
God.
We
I
used to
lost my virginity to that. So I can understand why Wendy is embarrassed about the people she's had sex
Yeah.
with for free.
I used
Because
to
I too am.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
I used to call my friends player.
Player?
Yo, what up, player?
Player?
Yo, player.
No, this was plur.
Yeah, this sound like blur.
I thought you said Blur. I was like, ooh, the 90s.
Blur Witch Project.
Yeah. The Blur Witch Project. Oh my God.
I love that.
That's so funny. It's just like
Oh,
a
man.
witch. You find bundles of shit that a witch left, and then you turn around and then they're on fire. We're like, we all know the song Firestarter by Blur. And I'm going
No,
there.
it's by Prodigy.
Is it Prodigy?
Starter.
Isn't the name of the song Blur? Or there's another band called Blur?
It's Prodigy.
No, it's Primus.
Well, Prodigy.
Prodigy, yeah.
Twisted Firestarter.
Oh, son of a
And they
bitch.
do like
I
bitch
really
slap my,
dropped.
slap my
Oh,
bitch
slap
up.
my bitch
Slap
up.
my bitch
That's
up.
Prodigy
Yeah,
also.
that's Prodigy.
Sorry, guys. I'm only had a half of this cucumber because I've been cucumber shamed.
Eat your cucumber.
I remember I got Prodigy was the last tape I ever bought in Sam Goody. I bought a tape in Sam Goody. Yeah, Prodigy.
Really?
Yeah. I also
I-
bought the Space Jams. I bought I Believe I Can Fly before that.
Nice.
My first
choice.
CD
Great
was
choice.
Rick Ashley.
Oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never gonna give you up. That
I
was
love
That was your
song.
what?
my first CD
Ever.
Damn.
ever
Wow.
was Rick Ashley.
My first CD.
It's Astley, I think.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm a millennial. I know these things.
I'm a millennial. I know all my ironic references. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a ginger millennial. You know, if you notice my jacket that makes it look like I was a backup dancer for Rick Astley. I know my ironic Rick roll.
Yeah.
No,
that's
Oh,
more
yeah,
like
I
in
know.
like who was that? What was that band? Something Color. It was like
Color me bad.
Color Me Bad. That looks like a Color Me Bad jacket.
Did you color me bad? I don't know
What?
that.
I don't know.
My
what it is.
first CD was Kid Rock, and I got my mom to get it for me, and it was on Christmas morning, and it was unedited, and it was the middle finger going like this, and
You
yeah.
thought you were the biggest.
Yeah, I was like,
badass.
oh, Santa's not
love
gonna
that.
like this.
Subtle fuck you to me. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like this.
No, I opened it, and it was in
Yeah.
my stocking, and I
Yeah.
opened it. I was like, oh, number one, and I was like, no. My dad was like, oh, what the fuck is that? I was like, what? No, and he tried to take it away, but he let it slide. He let it slide. Yeah.
Huh?
I also got my older sister. You guys remember the song "Give It to Me, Baby"?
Yeah.
You know the song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
a good story. And
Offspring.
Offspring,
Yeah.
yeah.
anybody, And the guy at Sam Goody, I go there. I'm like, listen, it's my older sister's birthday. You know, she's turning 11. We need to make this a big one. She loves this song. You know, give it to me, baby. I sing it for him. He's like, oh, yeah, that's Adam Sandler at a medium pace. That's track number 11. And so I get Adam Sandler, the unedited, and it's like, if anybody's ever heard this song, it's like the most graphic.
Yes.
Like, it's like, see that shampoo bottle now? Stick it up my ass. And I'm listening to it with my older sister. I'm like, no, this is just the intro. This is just the intro. Let's get into it. The guy at Sam Goody told me this. Like, he knew that he was fucking setting this little 8-year-old kid up with, like, some really, like,
Fucked up
graphic.
shit.
Yeah. He's like, he says some really fucked up shit in that, and he's like, I splooged all over myself. And my mom walked in while, like, I was showing it to my older sister, and she's like, what the fuck? My older sister ended up giving me the CD, and I listened to it, like, every day before school. And yeah, here I am.
Hey guys, cut to me at Autos.
So, Amanda, do you feel like there's a mental health crisis happening now?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
In general or in this specific studio?
We're comics, so like I know that there's a mental health crisis happening right now.
honestly,
Like,
yeah. Like I don't know. There's everything is going on. I want to kill myself right now. No.
but she's got a cucumber. Like
Yeah, I guess
you
so.
can't kill yourself in front of a
I-
cucumber.
I don't know.
I know.
You could be eating a cucumber.
Things could be worse. You could be me. Things could always be worse. You could be me.
I feel like
sorry.
there's some shit going on, right? Anthony Bourdain just died.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
And Kate Spade.
Kate Spade person. Yeah. I feel like people are more open to talking about like their like depression and stuff now and any like sort of mental health issues, but they're not like seeking treatment. You know what I mean?
I think that a lot of people seek treatment, and I also feel like a lot of people just have bad doctors. Like, you know, like I feel like I've had some like pretty bad doctors, and then, but I also feel like there's a level of like I guess hopeless, but like helpless is also
Right.
I think like people feel hopeless in the situation of what's occurring now, but I also feel like they also feel like they can't change anything, and I think that that's a big difference, because I think before you were always just like, oh, you know, tomorrow's gonna be better, but like in this current administration, it's just like every day feels like it's like gonna be something a little bit worse than the day before,
Right.
and then you also feel like you can't change anything, and I think that has
Well,
a
but
lot
you
to
for
do
sure
with it.
can't do it if you're dead, you know. And this is, and not sound like an asshole, but
Right.
again, not to plug my own podcast, but Jammers, the last episode that came out was really heavy. I think about suicide 4 times a day since I was a kid, and I always think about it, but that's because I have a different view. And again, this is from the sober person in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
I've always, since I was a little kid, I always would have weird like things where I'm like, what if I was like, God, this. I always thought of life as a video game, so I get emotional and I enjoy the emotion of things, and I like going out and drinking and doing like when the Matrix.
So wait, you're sober right now, but because when I hear people say I'm sober, it's like
No, I'm sober
they
right
don't
now.
do any of that shit.
No, I'm not fucked up right now. Like
Right, right.
I'm not like I didn't take a bunch of mushrooms and then come in here and go, it's a simulation. But there's
It's not like 2 years.
Right.
no,
sober.
but it's
Yeah.
like no, I was doing cocaine 4 nights ago.
Nice, me too.
So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so with the suicide thing, what's interesting is it's like, for me, it was just a good reminder of like, okay, so like all these material things can't like make you happy, but then the other thing is, and not to sound really
But
cold.
what about cocaine?
Cocaine, exactly, it makes you super happy.
Yeah.
And then there's a drop off, so you have to make sure. I mean, it just blows up your
Yeah.
serotonin and dopamine, kiddos. Just make sure you know what you're doing, because then that makes you feel helpless, and you wake up and you. But no, I mean, if you just want to die, I think about killing. I thought about killing myself all the time, and then I have shit to do. And then here's a trick that I do. This is a real trick.
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, my mom would be upset. And so anytime I've wanted to kill myself, I go, okay, if you want to kill yourself, fine, totally cool. Do it in a year. Because you're bummed out, like you said, and if you feel like...
year?
No, because if you have the feeling like Marissa said, and here's something
Oh,
like not to get all
wow. Okay.
serious, but
Yeah, no.
not to get all serious, but this is really helpful to me. Like you're saying, I feel helpless and I can't do anything and everything sucks. It's like, okay, so if you wallow in that, right, then you are correct. Then you will not be able to help because you're just sitting around thinking about how terrible things are, right? Versus like taking action. So on a really basic level, there's a foundation called the Doe Foundation that's in New York, and they actively take men and women who were in jail and homeless, and they give them jobs and they train them to
I
work.
thought you were gonna say they help them kill themselves.
Yeah.
Bravo.
No, that's the one that I want to
amazing.
do, which is called the Don't Foundation. Theirs is the Doe Foundation.
So yours the opposite. Do you help homeless people kill themselves?
No, but there's like,
Sounds like
but
you're
I'm
gonna-
saying like if you can actually be helpful and just stuff by like being nice to people when you walk down the street. Like there are tiny ways that you can actually like
Yeah.
help affect change instead of being
Right.
like. But people, but what I'll do is I'll be like, okay, you can kill yourself in a year, and then I'm like, okay, great. So now stop feeling sad for yourself and sitting here and bitching about all the reasons you want to die. And if you're gonna be dead in a year anyway, then do anything you want to do. You want to travel, you want to write a book, just do it and try to be as happy as you can for the next year. And then I do those things without fear, and then a bunch of cool shit happens, and then you don't want to kill yourself.
Boom.
That's a trick that's worked for me. It doesn't work for everybody. Some people should be on medication.
I schedule things out really far in advance.
Yeah, so you're going to live for like the next 300 years.
So it's just like.
so I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
it's
can't do that
It's
shit.
just like I can't because like I've got this.
I got
like
that.
I
I got
can't.
shit to
and-
do.
Cause like someone's
perfect.
expecting me there, like I can't, cause like
They'd
I
be
got it,
pissed.
like yeah.
Yeah.
So like I literally like I have scheduled, like I'm scheduled out to like 2020 on some shit. So like
We thought you really liked us to have on the show. Turns out you're just doing the show to give
Yeah,
yourself a
Marissa,
kill.
that's why you. That's why you booked me
Like,
so far in
yeah.
advance. Fuck.
it's just like yeah, like I
Called me today.
know,
What the hell?
I know I booked you guys 4 years ago, but like
Actually, mine was like 4 hours ago. He was not like me very much.
it's just like oh my god, I booked them 6 years ago and they just canceled. Shit.
Yeah, what if they cancel? They commit suicide and then
Anthony Bourdain,
Fuck,
God damn it, you're supposed to
had
talk about that
Anthony.
Pasha Vajul. Sorry.
Yeah, don't kill yourself. If you're listening, don't kill yourself because you're going to fuck up someone else's plans.
You are.
Yeah.
Just
for
show
sure.
up.
Just
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
His whole show.
Showing
got
up is
canceled, right?
half the battle.
just go. Yeah, just
Yeah.
fucking. I guess go through like being pissed off like the rest of us. I
Or
don't
if
know.
you're
Yeah.
sad,
How
I
it
mean,
goes.
there's medication to balance that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
alcohol.
Montauk, right?
Yeah.
Hey, give it up for these guys.
Give it up to the Montauk's.
Oh, mine's great.
Montauk's and
That's
fuck
a
tabs.
fucking.
There
I
you go.
just cheers the fucking cucumber.
I love
Holy-
Listen.
cheersing. I love cheersing cans because it doesn't make a sound. It just
Yeah,
bumps
you got
off.
nothing.
Yeah.
The other day I was cheersing so hard. I don't know if you guys have ever been
No.
to. No, not the Perfect Pint. It's some place they have huge beers like right next to Grand Central. And my friend was like, "Dude, we were here one time. We were all getting so hammered. We were cheersing as hard as we could, and this place would never. These cups would never break." And so we got super drunk, kept drinking these like 32-ounce giant like glasses, steins.
Yeah.
And hoppers, or the Hopper House. That's what it's called. And we were just cheersing them super hard. And then I finished mine, and he poured some of his into mine. And then we cheered super hard again, and his just exploded. And it just went all over this chick's, like, one of the, what's that bag? Like the brown one every chick has now. It's like
Louis
Louis
Vuitton.
Vuitton.
Yeah, all over her fucking Louis Vuitton bag. And
I'd be pissed.
yeah,
He
we just ran out.
He cheers and he's holding the broken handle.
Yeah.
Bro, me in the
No, we're
bathroom.
like,
I got the fuck handle.
We got the fuck tab. Yeah. Getting the fuck out of here and closing my tab. Yeah, that's.
And then it's
it
a
goes full
throwback,
circle.
folks.
It goes full circle.
It does. It does.
Look at this. I
Um,
love it when it goes full circle. It's just the greatest.
Isn't that nice?
It
I know.
is. It is. So, now, Amanda, like, have you like tried to like stop drinking at all, or
I did recently. I did 2 months sober.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
How was it? Welcome back
I
on
know, right?
the wagon or off the wagon.
I know.
Did
Where we
I
going?
fuck this up?
Oh
Like-
no. This was like what? Probably like a month. I started drinking like a month ago, but
Okay.
like 2 months before that, I was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
yeah. I was just doing it just because I was drinking too much before, and I was just going on a cleanse. And then I didn't have like an end goal,
Yeah.
but I was just like, I'm just gonna keep doing it to see how long I go. And then I ended up like 2 months. I did feel a lot better, and I
Yeah.
was eating a lot better, which is good. I was doing like the no carb thing, which is what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was eating a lot better.
So like I'm constantly on no carbs, like that. Like no carbs is like my everyday.
Yeah.
But I like the last time I specifically tried to stop drinking because I thought I was drinking too much was like back in college, and I thought I was having a problem. I thought I was going to be alcoholic, and I went to AA and I got kicked out of AA. Like
Why?
You can do that?
Yeah. So
People-
like
what?
She walked in with a beer.
no, I
Bitch, get out.
Yeah.
I took a shot before I left my dorm room because like this is like way back before I was doing like stand up or whatever. So like I had a hard time like speaking in public, and so I was just like, oh, if I go to AA, I'm gonna have to talk in front of all these strangers. I don't know how many people are gonna be there, and I started getting nervous about having to talk in front of people. I was like, you know something, I'll just take a shot
You know
before
what
I
else?
leave to take the
Yeah.
edge off. And
What a shot of what?
I just took a shot of vodka, which
Okay.
was like literally at that time I was drinking a half a 30 pack a night. So like a shot was like
like what I do.
Like it's like nothing. It was like I was literally drinking like 15 beers a night at that point, and like so I was just like, oh, a shot is like literally like drinking a cup of coffee before I go to class.
Yeah.
So I was, should be fine. And so I thought like, oh, like, you know, I'm going to go in this, like, I should go, like, open-minded, open heart, and just, like be engaged. And so when they're just like, oh, well, when was the last time you drank? And I was just like,
2 hours ago.
It
20
wasn't even
minutes
2
ago.
hours. It wasn't. It was, like, literally, like 10, 12 minutes
And
ago.
you told him that? You were
I
honest
did.
about it?
I was
Oh,
honest about it
fuck.
because, like, I thought, like, if I was going to be, like,
Oh,
serious
no,
about,
no,
like,
no, no,
like
no, no,
changing
no,
my
no.
life, that, like, I should be honest.
Yeah, no,
And-
they don't
and-
like that, though.
And then they were like, "Oh, you're not taking this seriously. You need to
Yeah.
leave." And I was just like, "But like, the whole point of me being here is because I realize I have a problem. Like, you know, having to take a shot before I got here, like, doesn't mean that I have a problem." And they're just like, "Oh, like you're just making a mockery of us. Get out of here." And like, so I was just
Wow.
like, "Well, fuck this. I'm never going to AA again." So like, then I went back to my dorm room and I drank about 15 beers. But like, you know, like,
Oh wow.
That's about what I have. I have. I mean, before this, I had probably about 8 beers. What I was at, I got off work. We were at Autos. We were drinking at Autos for a while. There was 2-for-1 deal. I mean, mess that up.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
I didn't even know Autos had a 2-for-1 on a Friday.
Fuck yeah. I mean, they say not on the weekends, but I guess Friday doesn't qualify as a weekend.
No, but it's the
Yeah.
breakfast special. You have to get there before 5.
Well, yeah, I was there at 3, and then we were drinking. I mean, what? And then, yeah, that's pretty much,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, admitting that you have a problem and then going there, that's kind of fucked up for them.
That is.
It's not,
Yep,
it's
yeah.
not like you know, had 5 shots or you were drunk or something like that. It was just something to help you, like, kind of.
No, and like I was
That's
like
weird.
at that point, like I was drinking screwdrivers for breakfast, like in class. Like I literally would come, like I would get like one of those like
Nice.
Tropicana bottles of like orange juice, and I was just
Oh, yeah.
like,
No.
you know, I just put like vodka in it, and I'd go to class, and like, and I was the thing was I was like pretty functional, but like I was a poli-sci history double major with a minor in creative writing. And I got writer's block at one point. I couldn't write anymore. But when I got drunk, I would wake up and have like napkins all around my room with little bits and pieces of a story. And then I'd put it all together and I'm like, oh shit, I wrote my fucking assignment when I was blacked out. And then I'd type it up and I'd like embellish upon or whatever. And like that's like how I got through my
Your
fucking-
assignment's not yours. It's like a diorama. Like you
Yeah.
just have everything hung. You're like, for my exhibit A, and you just wheel the shit in. Like Jesus Christ.
But it was just like I be all over, and I literally I don't know, and they'd all be different napkins because I guess wherever I went I would ask for a napkin, and I'm like, do you have a napkin? I need to write this down. And so like
JK fucking Rowling over here.
and so like I'd have like different
Right?
size
J.K. Rowling
fucking
wrote all that
Yeah.
or napkins, right? And so like I have like different size napkins, and then I guess like at the end of the night before I passed out in my bed, I'd like take all the napkins out of my pocket and I just throw them on the floor. And then I'd be like, wake up in the morning, like, fuck, I've got this writing assignment. What are these napkins? And I like
Oh.
start reading them, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is a story. And then I would like go up to the computer lab because I didn't even have a computer back then. And I would go to the computer lab and I'd take my stack of fucking napkins and I'd have a fucking story.
Wait.
And I couldn't write.
How big were these computer labs back then? Because I feel like if everybody was using it, like, would you hand in like handwritten essays back in the day? Not back in the day, but like what? It would 2000.
What year?
I
was it?
wish it was
Yeah.
2000.
The year was 1774. We were about to become our own sovereign nation.
415
Marissa
years ago.
Smith. That's the Declaration of Independence. Is actually not like an old scroll. It's just her like drunkenly like, a bunch of
Yeah, it's a
napkins sewn
napkin.
together.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Like,
this makes sense now. I will say that the Spice Girls were number one on the
oh my
charts.
God. I have.
But like,
I loved the Spice Girls as
Really?
a kid.
I did too.
I used to. The Spice Girls used to have a fucking internet game where you could slap Margaret Thatcher.
Oh,
At like,
they're gonna say slap Candy Spice's ass because that's what I wanted to do when I was a little kid.
Wait,
I had
when
Candy
were you
Spice.
a little
I had Candy Spice all over
First of all,
my
Candy Spice
Candy
is not
was
a
the-
Spice Girl. You walked in here and I wanted
Sporty Spice, whatever.
sporty. Okay.
You
I
Candy
wish
Spice.
her name. It should have
What
been
was the-
Candy
what was the
Spice. She
blonde
might
one?
have. That was
Before
Sporty
Baby.
Spice.
Baby.
No, that was
Baby Spice,
Yeah.
Baby
Baby
Spice,
Spice.
Baby Spice. That was the one. Baby Spice.
Oh,
There
Baby
was
Spice.
Baby,
The
Sporty,
Spice.
Posh,
Pigtails,
and
right?
Scary.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
Ginger.
Sporty.
And
or
Ginger,
no.
yeah.
You're thinking
Wait,
Baby Spice.
Baby
Candy
Spice.
is like what you would
Baby
give to lure her
Spice.
into the
Yeah.
into the band. You can lure in here, lay down. The rest of the Spice Girls are here. I need you to lay on your backs in a row.
Why was
I'm gonna have sex with this other.
Baby Spice. They made it so that's so wrong because Baby Spice is the one that all the guys want to bang. Like that's not cool. Baby Spice.
But
Why
at the
was
time,
Scary
you were a
Spice
baby,
scary?
so
I was. And
I because they're racist.
I
and
saw
it's like, oh,
Spice
she's
World.
black and has an afro. She's scary.
Yeah, why?
Scary.
Why is it scary? I don't get that.
that is fucked up.
I know. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like,
So rob your ass. Do not fuck with her.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like,
yeah.
now she's just like Eddie Murphy's baby mama. But
Is
like,
she?
yeah,
No way!
she's got a kid with Eddie Murphy.
scary.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that is crazy, Spice. Damn. No, but I
Isn't
remember I
that scary?
performed this. If you want to be my lover.
You performed it?
Gotta
Oh, yeah.
get with my friends.
Yeah, at camp. Oh yeah.
What camp?
I was like 6 years old, and we were
Camp
I
Ayahuasca.
went to, yeah, Camp Montauk. Right? No. It was like the camp in Wisconsin, and I was like a little kid for parents visiting weekend.
performed.
We all like came out from underneath our beds, and we were all like, "If you want to be my lover, you have got to
Who's
give."
we? A bunch of
Bunch of
Girls or
no, a
dudes?
bunch
Oh.
of guys. It was
Okay.
all guys. It was a bunch of 6-year-olds.
the 4 girls in
We
the room.
thought
when
we
you
were
walked
like
in.
badass.
Yeah.
We thought we were super cool. I had like these 80, like those shades on.
Oh wow.
Oh,
It was a
number
bunch
one.
of
Had this
dudes.
jacket on.
Yeah, it was a bunch of dudes
Yeah.
who all had sex with their older neighbors, and they were like, "Yo, if you had tried pussy, that shit is whack. You know what isn't whack though? Spice Girls."
Yeah, my parents are like, this camp turned my son gay. Fuck.
Fuck.
And then they played Hide the Cucumber.
You're still eating the fucking cucumber.
I don't want to crunch it in the microphone until we're done, and we're getting close to done, so I'm just nibbling it.
Yeah, you know, she's got to savor it.
You hate the cucumber. Admit you fucking hate the cucumber. It
I
tastes
think
like
it's
shit.
delicious, and this
Before
is the
you
best of
minute
both
30
worlds.
seconds to
Yeah,
admit
yeah.
that cucumber sucks.
Because I can put it in my mouth, and it feels like a dick. And then if I tongue the middle, it's like a pussy.
Oh.
So now who's bisolar? Now who's the bisolar one in the room?
Full circle. I like it. I like it.
Wendy's bisolar for reals, for reals. So now we've got to wrap this up, but before we all go, just tell everyone where can they find you on social media, what shows, projects you are working on. I'm going to start with you, Wendy Starling.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for inviting me to guest co-host. This has been
And
very
thank you so
fun.
much for being a co-host tonight.
This is exciting. So let's see. Twitter at Wendy Starling. It's Wendy with an I. Instagram at WendyBird82. It's Wendy again with an I at the end. I post my shows there. My podcast Jammers is on iTunes, and we can get and it's Jammers with a Z. And then the next show I have, Glamour Puss. That's the one I want you to buy tickets to. That is June 30th at Zinc Bar. The link to that is in all my shit. So please come to that 7:30.
Nice.
Gordon McNiff.
Thank you so much for having me, by the way. This is always a lot of fun. Big Talk and Brewski's favorite podcast ever. I'll be at, right now, get in your car, cab, Uber, whatever. I'm going to be on stage. Oh, show just started, actually. Broadway comedy. Fashionably Funny with Marissa. All over the place to Grizzly Pear. Greenwich Village. Yeah, go Lord of the Gourds on Instagram. But yeah, and whatever.
Amanda Holiday.
Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram at Manda Holly. It's my name, but shortened. Twitter, same thing. I'm going to be on your show the 13th. And I host an open mic at Divine Bar in Bushwick on Wednesdays at 7. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You can follow this show on Twitter at Big Talk and Brew. Follow me on Twitter at Marissa Smith. You can catch me at Auto Shrunken Head on July the 7th for Merriment and Mortification. And also check out my other podcast, Blame Storming, with Dave Cyrus. We're on the iTunes, and it's been fun, and we have a new episode dropping on Monday. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other, and remember, Melania really doesn't care. Have a good night.